And welcome back here on the E36 Unfiltered podcast show with the Bridge Network, again with a special guest, JQ Ellis, the guru fitness, the entrepreneur, the podcaster, all that and the above, as we get back into this interview. So now we was talking about who left off, which is basically, your ability to be, how fitness gave you the confidence and it turned you from being an introvert, more so to be able to be more social and everything, and just get into your confidence of who you are. So I want to move to now you got into that, and not only have you been winning awards around this area left and right for what you do, so congratulations to that.
You.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh, so you have also a program you started called Sunshine Enterprises, LLC. And if I'm not mistaken, is that's like a business that started in 2015 or 2014?
Sunshine Enterprises is an actual corporation. It's not an LLC.
Okay.
And it has been around for 22 years.
Wow. Okay.
Sunshine Enterprises just got LLC double incorporated in Alabama in 2015.
Oh, okay.
But it is a national corporation, and we have regional locations. And so when it regionally showed up in Alabama, it was 2015.
So it's partly somewhere in the area. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you did good. Most people don't know because they don't really know that I'm attached to Sunshine Enterprises.
Yes.
But yes, it is a corporation for business, branding, marketing, several elements of consultation. And we specialize in the industries of media, fashion, entertainment, and art.
Yes.
So pretty much Sunshine is an enterprise for anything that has to do with your marketing, promotion, digital branding at the small business level.
And your role in that?
I'm the regional director.
There you go. So how did you evolve into that? What makes you do like, okay, you know what, this is what I can do. Yeah, I'm taking on this role. I'm good. Come on. Thank you for the invite.
What a lot of people don't know about fitness is fitness introduced me to entertainment. My first job I got hired at to portray something outside of theater or being acting, which I did all through life, was Nike invited me to a conference to be a demo girl.
Okay.
Now you're familiar with going to a conference and you may see somebody on a treadmill advertising a treadmill, but all they're doing is running.
Yes.
Or you see the girls on the stage at a conference that do a routine and choreographed.
Yes.
Well, that's what they hired me to do, was be a demo girl in the fitness world. So that's how I started my entertainment career.
Wow.
And going from there, it was, place after place. I would be on this stage, I'd be on that stage. And that's how I began traveling so much. I was working through the weekday at my regular job, 2 jobs. And on the weekend, I was going to different conferences and doing demo girl stuff and getting paid to be at these conferences.
Wow. So, and how did they even find you?
I don't know. I was at somewhere in Miami at a festival, and somebody gave me their card, and I gave them my card back, and it was like, hey, and I just, how you just exchange cards?
Yes.
And boom, snaggle-waggets. You think something's not going to happen or whatever, and by golly, I got a call, and she was like, hey, we're going to be in your area, which at that time was Miami, Florida.
Okay.
And we need some girls to do this fitness thing with us, and you're going to get paid. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, let's do that. I need somebody to keep my kid, do all that I had to do. And I showed up, and ever since then, it's always just been about entertainment. And so Sunshine Enterprises started because I wanted to be able to spread my knowledge of all the entertainment aspects of small and getting started. All the things you needed to get started and be professional and and help to propel yourself when people are looking at you, because looking great and having all the assets mean nothing if you can't put that in somebody's hand and make it tangible.
You're right. Yes, absolutely.
And so, we lost that in the fitness industry a long time ago, unless you had an agent or you had this. And I never had an agent, ever.
Just you doing your thing.
I've never had an agent. I've always been an independent artist, independent fitness pro, independent producer. I've always just done it myself. And that's through continuing education. When you want to do something, you go find out about it. You learn about it, you know?
Especially in this day and time with YouTube. I mean, it's nothing. People
What?
fix their own cars now. I just do so much to my car after YouTube. Like, oh, okay.
What?
And you'll find it. Like, you'll find it. No problem at all. So with that being said, was it always by design that you didn't have a agenting thing, or it was something that kind of you just be like, hey, I want to find out. I just go research it, and I didn't need it.
No, I'm just really going to be bluntly honest. It was because I didn't have money.
Mm-hmm.
I was a single parent.
Yeah.
You got to pay for stuff when you got kids.
Yeah.
You know, and I was not that person that was going to give up my whole life for my kid.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked a lot of different things so I could have different streams of income to make up one big pile. So I could do a few of the things I want and still provide a really good situation for my daughter as best I could wherever I was. So I didn't always have a lot of extra money. But the time with my kids and learning how to do different things because I wanted to be better with her and things of that nature. So that was really my drive initially.
Wow.
It turned into being a passion for me, and then God showing me that I am a multifaceted female.
Very much, yeah.
And so I don't have to be limited by being able to do one thing well. I can do whatever I want to do. If I want to do it well, then He'll give me what I need to be able to do it well. And if I don't do it well, it's just Him telling me, okay, don't do that one. Next. Do something else.
and that's what it is. Okay, so for you can say your driving force was like, say, your daughter being a single parent mom, and you still wanted to be able to do your own thing somewhat, but still be able to provide for your home.
Correct.
So I see a lot of things that people run into, even myself. Now I'm in a new arena of being married and having no responsibilities on my life, but still that driving force, like, I gotta get this done. How did you deal with the fears? Because a lot of times the fear of people like, you know what, I gotta give this all up. Because you know how it is in the South. You have a child, or you get married or whatever, you gotta drop everything. Your life is over. It's all about them and all that, which is anti anything, anti God, anti anything you can think of. For you, how did you deal with that? And who's some people to help you put that in perspective? Like, you know what, because everybody needs somebody to tell them, you got to get this up. You can still do this. Who was that for you, and how did you overcome that?
I would say that my daughter. I mean, when I first had my daughter, I did think that I had to do everything to give everything up. You know, I had to be this wonderful, awesome mother. And, you know, at that time I was married, I had to be also this beautiful, awesome wife. And then, you know, some things happened and he and I weren't together yet. And I was like, okay, what's up? Hold up. I don't have any of the things that I started with. And so it was my mom. Wow. She was the one. I saw my mom growing up do the things that she wanted. You know, she was this model. She was also, you know, a government contract person. She was also a family woman. She was also a preacher during the times where women didn't preach. So she had to overcome lots of adversity. She was a mother to 2 children, and then other people's children she helped with in and out of our home, you know, my whole life. Right. She was a multitasker. But the one thing I never saw her lose sight of was putting herself first, so she could be all of those things in excellence. And we try to, as humans right now, we try to do everything in 2 months. I'm sorry. We try to do everything in 2 weeks. But when we build relationships, it can't happen like that. And relationships don't mean always with people. But relationships also mean with how you do something.
Facts.
Understanding your own habits. And not always trying to change your weaknesses, but working on your strengths. What you are strong with. Use that. True. Instead of saying, oh my God, I can't do this, I got to learn how. Okay, you know what? JQ, you are really good at organizing things and you're a really good planner. You suck at writing emails. Not because I don't know how, because sitting at a computer and writing something is not movement. And I'm a move around chick. So instead of trying to figure out how to sit there and do it, patiently put forth the effort to find something to fill that space instead of struggling with trying to do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And give yourself time.
Nuggets.
Yeah.
These nuggets.
Give yourself time. Yeah. Everything takes time. You didn't wake up and were 10.
True. Yes. And you know what? And it's so crazy you speak on that, because that's a big thing in this era, especially. Even I deal with it. I don't think really, especially in this time because of YouTube, we see things pop up so fast. We see business go up. We see the overnight, or we see as overnight successes get discovered, how this and that. But we forget that this stuff takes time. This stuff takes maturity. And I think a lot of it is people understand it's not, time is not always related to your skill set, but sometimes your maturity. Because your talent can be there, but your maturity only develops, your skill set develops as your maturity develops.
Yes.
Because now you know how to dedicate time to it. You know how to hone that craft.
Yes.
And that is so very important, because like I said, Fitness Defined, you said you got into fitness 17 years ago. Mm-hmm. Fitness Defined, you said it's 6-7 years now?
It's been in that brick and mortar. I finally got a building.
Mm-hmm. Yes. 6
years ago. It was my first building from 17 years ago. I had a little studio, but it was only because the apartment I stayed at had a gym. Mm-hmm. And what I did was I worked it out with the apartment and said, hey, if I offer all of the people at the apartment complex a time where I can teach and I can train them, will you let me train some people out of here and don't charge me? I went to them with that. I created a whole initiative saying, you know what? These people are fat. We have a gym. They're not using it. If you get them to use it, you can get more money on your insurance. You can offer them insurance through the renter's insurance, and all these things I said to the apartment complex to make it very, lucrative for them.
Yes.
But in essence, the end of the bottom line was I wanted to use that place to train people and make money. So I had to do what I had to do to make people believe and make people finesse and, believe in how they were going to get something out of it, when initially I was going to be having the biggest gain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was my studio. And then from that, boom, I worked at so many different gyms in between, even when I had my studio. And
that's the place we did the audition, right?
Yes.
Okay, yes. I remember that, yes. Gotcha. So that's crazy. So tell me, how many things, and could we talk about developing things and planning? How important for you is the planning phase? And I'm talking about writing stuff down, or how major had that been for you?
I am very logistically driven, and so when I learned that about myself, I learned that I have to write it down and make it plain. Mm-hmm. Yes. That's me, who I am. And if I'm working with somebody or if I'm doing something, writing it down and making it plain. Now, for me, making it plain is not, okay, I have this interview with Unfiltered and it's at 3:30 and where's it going to be? That's not writing it down is for me. Mm-hmm. Writing it down is putting in my calendar, interview, Unfiltered. Making it plain is over the next 2 weeks, 10 minutes on Monday, spend on his page, read up on him. Mm-hmm. 10 minutes on Wednesday during lunchtime, make sure you go to his website. 10 minutes on Friday, check and see how we're connected, go back to memories, let's figure out so I can be more well-versed about our conversation as well and be able to reciprocate and conversate with you. Because I know of you, but I just don't always remember the things. And so that's what I say when I mean plan it and make it plain. The details are not what's plain. It's how I'm going to make it successful.
Yes.
Is what makes it plain for me.
That's organic. Yes. You know what? That she just put me on some game here. Let me know I'm on the right track. Because the first thing I did when I JQ, for me, even from the moment that I even initiated to come to you and ask you to invite you to be on the show, I'm like, I remember, okay, and I remember our actual encounters, like how she flows. Okay, this, what? I see what she's doing. I see this, I see that. And I remember conversations, literally that conversation was in the car where you told me that you was doing we came down there when Lamar Rucker, and you was saying, well, I gotta fly out somewhere, I gotta do my radio station, something, fly. Yes. And I'm like, God, I remember thinking in my car, how is this woman doing this? Like, what does she not do? Like,
I fly Southwest Air. I'm telling you, that is my company. That's how I get the most places is through Southwest.
I believe it. And so with all things right there, like, man, then I looked at your bio and stuff, like, she's still doing it. I'm like, wow, this is what's up. And that for me, you was like, okay, boom, she's the one. I need to have on the show because so many of the the ways that you move and the different legs that you have to make up who JQ is. So, you know, that whole concept of what you spoke was very important. Now, what we're going to do here, I know you guys will enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoying it as much as we enjoying it. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back, talk about a few more things here. Go ahead and wind it down for you guys. And thank you for being here on the E36 Unfiltered Podcast Bridge Network. Yeah, she good on some of her wine. She good. She got taken care of. She in there. We'll be back after these messages. Thank you.
Nice.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Good stuff.